Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another Omega Coffee Talk. I am up here in beautiful Sedona. Hopefully, the wind isn't too bad. 70 degrees outside, which is very nice compared to how hot it is in the valley. Today, I was thinking about, actually, it's been this week, I've been thinking about faith. And not just in the term that I mean having faith that something will work out. I'm thinking about faith like in religion, people who have faith, and how it carries us through, especially because of the conflict that's happening over in Israel in the Gaza Strip, and thankfully that's at a ceasefire right now. But I was thinking about the different types of faith religions throughout the centuries, and I guess the question I thought early on was, is it really worth it to have the faith? Like, for example, the Catholics were persecuted for believing in Jesus. And then when the Pope Constantine, the emperor I believe it was, thanks Misty, it's beautiful to be here. When the Pope became a Catholic, or when the emperor became Catholic, then they were persecuting people who weren't Catholic. And then, of course, we know the Jews have been persecuted, not just by the Egyptians, but then, of course, the Germans, and then the Rosicrucians and the Knights Templar were persecuted by the French. Was he a pope? Is the French Pope? Mark confirmed that for me. They were persecuted, and Muslims have been persecuted, and the Muslims versus the Islamic. It's almost like every religion has had some form of persecution. And I wonder if that's proof of faith. Like, if you can continue on believing in your faith no matter what is occurring in the persecution that happens. And what is it that makes us still have that faith and not abandon it, especially when there's opposition to it? I was even thinking about, ufologists who are persecuted for believing in UFOs, and yet they continue to believe in UFOs. Not that that's a religion, but it is a form of faith. So faith doesn't have to necessarily be connected to religion. It's just faith believing in something that you feel true to your heart and your core. Like, we have faith in humanity. We have faith that our children will be safe, faith that our spouses will be safe when they leave the house, and faith in the idea that there's something greater than ourselves at play. And of course, sitting up in Sedona, I've always considered Sedona to be a very spiritual place, and I have a very deep connection here. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting at a spot that George and I used to come and meditate with all the time. This was our spot. We'd come and meditate, and I always feel closer to him when I'm sitting here. And he brought a lot of faith in my life. The faith in knowing, an inner sense of knowing, the idea of expanding our capacity and the ageless wisdom teachings. And I remember one time we were up here and we had a visit with Torquem Saradarium, which I really truly enjoyed. And he didn't necessarily talk about faith. Torquem talked about the idea, well, maybe it was about faith, but George and Torquem talked about the idea of serving humanity and the things that they're doing, and are they making a difference? And Torquem was such a great and wise individual. I'm very grateful I had an opportunity to meet with him. Anyway, that brings me back to the concept of what I was thinking about having faith, and what are some of the things that you have faith in? And it made me believe in the things that I started contemplating, some of the things that I have faith in. I have faith in humanity. I have faith that our love for one another will surpass our fear of one another. I have faith that as human beings we'll do the right thing, will rise above violence and choose compassion instead. I have faith that our children, the next generation, will take care of this planet. You know, those are things, it's almost like my faith is faith and love. So one of the things that we have here is I have this little heart rock that was given to me when I was coming up here to put George's ashes on. Mark just handed it to me. So we have faith and love. Faith and love will conquer and overcome. You know, love in every relationship that we have, that it will surpass any upset or any struggle that we encounter. So that's what just was going through my mind today, and I wanted to share that with you and invite you perhaps to review the kind of faith that you have.